So far, we've studied the basic subject-verb-object structure, and we've looked at some simple variations like plural nouns and indefinite articles. There are lots of other variations which we'll be coming back to later on, but let's go back now to a singular noun subject with the definite article. The boy reads the book. And we'll work through the first, most basic transformation in English grammar. We're going to need to introduce something called an auxiliary verb. This is something I'll be explaining in more detail later on, but basically an auxiliary verb is something that helps the main verb in some way. In this case, I'll be using the auxiliary do in its third-person singular form of does. Do is also a main verb, and as a main verb it has a meaning. But when it's acting as an auxiliary verb, it's better to think of its function, what it does, than to think of its meaning. Do as an auxiliary has three basic functions. The first function is to give emphasis to the verb. Note how the main verb now takes its infinitive or base form, and the S of the main verb moves over into the auxiliary does. This use of the verb do makes the main verb stronger. We typically use it when there's some doubt about whether the main verb is true, and we want to say strongly that it is true. The boy does read the book. If we want to make the emphasis very strong, we can also add an exclamation mark at the end of the sentence, but this is optional. The second function of do is to show the negative form of the verb. If it is not true that the boy reads the book, then we simply add not to the auxiliary. The boy does not read the book. And last but not least, we use the auxiliary to make questions. Now this is, at last, a true transformation. The sentence is transformed by moving the auxiliary to the beginning of the sentence in front of the verb. Does the boy read the book? In this case, we also need to add a question mark at the end of the sentence. Do is just one of several auxiliary verbs, and we will be looking at them later on. For now, though, just practice making examples with do. The man does climb the ladder. Does the teacher play the guitar? The boy doesn't lay the table. And make your own examples too. Keep on practicing until you're confident about it.